So season 2 is going to begin tomorrow if you're watching this the day I'm recording this on May 11th, and it's a huge update. Basically everything in the game is getting replenished with new content, and they've revealed a lot of it already on Twitter. So let's go over everything that they've already revealed, and I have a couple mock-up attributes for you guys. So let's get into it. So the first thing they revealed were a couple of the captains in the Team Affinity. So the way Team Affinity is working for Season 2, it's going to work the exact same way it did for Season 1, where you had 30 captain cards and then 30 cards that are 97 overalls. So, yeah. They revealed some of the captains. And the thing about this Team Affinity is it's not just Legends or just Flashbacks. They're like mixed together. But for the AL East, we have Yandy Diaz, who just got a Player of the Month card, which is kind of interesting. Whitey Ford, Vladdy, Enrique Hernandez, and John Means. Out of all these cards, most of them are probably not going to be that good. Vladdy would be alright. Enrique Hernandez, he already has a higher overall card too. But look, they're captains. They're free cards for the Set 2 collection, which we don't know what it is yet. There was a leak, but in this video I'm not going to be talking about leaks because I would be putting my channel in danger, even though I'm not the one who leaked everything. It happened on Twitter, but I'm not going to talk about it in this video. But anyway, these are the captains for the AL East that they revealed. And then for the NL Central, I don't know why that last picture had horrible quality, but this one's better for you guys. For the NL Central, we have more team captains, and what I'm assuming is they planned this all out where they had a starting pitcher captain and a pitcher captain and a hitting captain, but they were both team captains. So now every team has a pitching and a hitting team captain. And Mark McGwire for the Cardinals, Kyle Hendricks for the Cubs, Nick Lodolo for the Reds, Greg Vaughn for the Brewers, and David Bednar for the Pirates. So yeah, they're all captains. It's all free stuff for the Set 2 collection, but nothing too big there. Moving on to the Alter Ego Pack. The Alter Ego Pack is like the choice pack for the start of Season 2. It's like the WBC. It's like the Around the World pack, but for Incognito series. So this is a brand new series. They're kind of like animated cards. They're not like animated cards, but they kind of looks like anime. I don't really watch anime, but I don't know why. It just reminds me of this. But yeah, so we're going to have Incognito cards and Kaiju cards. So the Incognito cards are these for the Alter Ego Pack, and these are the cards in the base tier. So we have Scott Barlow, who's a closer. We have Richie Ashburn, who is such a good card, who never has good power. Mitch Garver is a card that I'm definitely going to be trying out at catcher. We have Jim Palmer, who is never really that good in Diamond Dynasty, and then we have Chris Taylor, who will have a ton of defensive flexibility. So honestly, two of these guys could be on my team. And now for the rare round, for the same pack, we have a 99 overall Clayton Kershaw. Those of you who played MLB The Show 19, his starting pitcher card was the best card in the game by far that year. So haven't seen the dominance that he had in 19 in any of his newer cards, I would say. But maybe we see it with this card. We also have Ryan Sandberg, who is a really good and a really underrated second baseman who is basically a 5-tool player. Doesn't do anything like elite. Like, he's not going to have 125 stats, I don't think. But all of his hitting stats are going to be like 100, 110. His defense is going to be all diamond. He's going to have really good speed. It's going to be a really good second baseman card. And then we have Willie Mays, 99 overall already. Willie Mays, obviously, he has an argument for being the greatest player of all time. But yeah, that if they do that card correctly, it's going to be really good. If they do it like Griffey, which I'm not saying they did it incorrectly, but if they do a 99 Willie Mays now that isn't as good, and then do a juiced up one at the end of the year, I could see that. But if we get the juiced Willie Mays, it's going to be probably the best card in the game. Moving on to the XP reward path, we have some Incognito players here. We have Trevor Story. Love Trevor Story cards. He has such a good swing, really good power, defense, and speed. Nick Castellanos, Nicky Two Bags. So yeah, he's gonna be overall just a really good hitter. Tony the Tiger, Tony Clark. Tony Clark is a new legend to MLB The Show 23. He wasn't really announced in any of the stuff, but he was in the legend roster since day one. So if you didn't know he's in the game, there you go. Tony Two Bags, Anthony Rendon on the Nationals, so he's gonna be a third baseman who can play a lot of spots in the infield. not amazing defense, but he's going to be a really good hitter. Aaron Loop is the obvious choice for me in this pack. Lefty reliever, he's going to be sinker, cutter, circle change, slurve. If his card is any similar to the finest card from 21, that card is going to be probably in my team until season 4 starts, when these cards are ineligible. And then we have Johnny Damon, who overall is probably the worst one. But Johnny Damon cards aren't ever really that good because they always have horrible power. But, you know, it's cool. Like, it's cool. These cards are all free. You can sell them. You can buy them. They're cool to see. They also mentioned that Shane Bieber is the last card in this pack, and they dropped the attributes for him. So these are confirmed attributes. 97 overall. 4-seam, knuckle curve, cutter, slider, circle change. So the pitches is pretty good. The pitches are pretty good. He has the cutter. Doesn't have the sinker. The speed differentials are pretty solid. Velocity could be a little better, but it's not horrible. The per nines are great. The pitching clutch is 111, so that helps him a lot. Obviously, we have to see the control and the break, but just on paper, it's an alright starting pitcher. It's like a B+. Now moving to the Kaiju players. Here is the second card series that is brand new. It's the Kaiju series. This is the Kaiju Pack for the Team Affinity, or not for Team Affinity, for the XP Reward Path. We have Sean Green, Corey Kluber, Brian Roberts, Blake Snell, George Brett, Monty Irvin, and John Franco. A couple things to note. Sean Green, he's going to be a big power bat versus righties. He could be a really good hitter against righties. He's probably going to be a little worse against lefties, but he could maybe be a bench bat that's like really good versus righties if you have a really good team. Corey Kluber, him and Kershaw are probably the most dominant starting pitchers, and literally, so MLB The Show 19 was Kershaw, 20 was that 99 Cy Young Corey Kluber, 21 was Jacob deGrom, 22 I wouldn't really say there was a specific pitcher that destroyed everyone, but literally Corey Kluber, it's not his 99, but it's a 97, which is a little interesting. It still could be really good, obviously, because he has an amazing pitch mix, but he is only 97. And then there's also Brian Roberts, switch hitter, high contact, alright power, good defense, and really good speed. Blake Snell, not going to be amazing. George Brett, really high contact. I hope they don't kill his power. Monty Irvin, all around, just doesn't do anything amazing, but is a solid player all around. And then John Franco, another lefty reliever. So we're getting a ton of lefty relievers. So moving on to the Team Affinity cards that have been confirmed, I do have some attribute mock-ups for you guys. So moving forward, the next 10 cards I show you, the players are confirmed, but the attributes are not. So I just want to clear that up. First, we have Eddie Murray. So Eddie Murray, he's the Orioles Team Affinity card, the 97. He's a guy who is going to be a switch hitter. He's going to have good defense, and he's going to be an all-around pretty good hitter. I don't expect any of his attributes to go over 110, and I don't think any of them are going to be lower than 95. But he's a pretty solid switch-hitting first baseman. For the Boston Red Sox, we have Kevin Youkilis. First base, third base, right field, has pretty good defense. I mean, he was a pretty good defender. And also, I based a lot of these attributes off of cards from previous years and cards in the game currently. So I could be completely wrong, but that's basically what I based it off of. Youkilis, really good contact versus left and power versus, or contact right, power left, and then the contact left, power right, not going to be as high. Clutch 125, and then, yeah, so he'll be a pretty good card overall. For my New York Yankees, we have Nasty Nestor. Now look, Nestor Cortez is one of my favorite players on the Yankees. His card, I don't know how good it's going to be, just because he doesn't throw hard and he doesn't have an insane pitch mix. If they do his hits per nine really well, his clutch really well, like they do, or like I do it with this card, he could be pretty good. 4-seam cutter, slider, circle change, sinker. So he has potential, but if the attributes are good, then he'll be good. But I'm a little worried for him. For the Tampa Bay Rays, the card is Tyler Glasnow. Tyler Glasnow cards always have fastball, slider, curve change. Always throws hard, has good per nines and good break, but the pitch mix always hurts him. I could see it happening here, maybe if he has a good speed differentials like I have on this card, then he'll be really good. And I have him at 114 hits per nine. For the Toronto Blue Jays, we have Jose Barrios. Slurve, 4-seam sinker, circle change. Would be nice if he had a cutter as the fifth pitch, if he even had a fifth pitch. But another pitcher that's not going to be an amazing card, but could be solid. He's going to throw hard. He's going to have a nasty slurve, but he doesn't have too many pitches, which is my main concern with him. Moving on to the NL West, the first guy is Nick Ahmed. Nick Ahmed is going to have amazing defense. He's going to have... His hitting stats aren't going to be that good, to be honest, man. The speed is going to be pretty solid, but the hitting isn't going to be that good. So prepare for an all-right hitter with a really good defense. For the Colorado Rockies, we have C.J. Cron. C.J. Cron has had some really good cards in the past. This card could be one of the better ones. He's going to have really high power. He's going to have really good contact versus righties. And he will have pretty solid defense as well. He will have the ability to play in the corners, but he's not going to be good there because of his low speed. But overall, I would expect C.J. Cron to be one of the best power hitters in the game when he comes out tomorrow. Scratch that, because Max Muncy is going to have him beat on the power if they do him correctly. I will expect low contact for this card, which is unfortunate, but he's going to have really high power. I would assume discipline in the 120s, and I hope the clutch helps him out here with the low contact. He's going to have around gold defense, maybe silver, can play third, first, or second. Max Muncy is going to be one of the better cards in Team Affinity. Tony Gwynn is the Team Affinity card for the San Diego Padres. Going to have maxed out contact, really high vision, and really high clutch. He's also going to be a really good defender, also going to have really good speed, but the power is going to hold him back. Tony Gwynn cards are always pretty good, but they're not amazing, just because he never has enough power, which is unfortunate. But this is going to be one of the best, if not the best, contact hitters in the game. For the San Francisco Giants, we have Matt Cain, a new legend. Four-seam slider, curveball, circle change, sinker. So he's going to have the sinker. Doesn't have the cutter, but he does have the sinker. Speed differentials are pretty solid. Break is going to probably be 99. He's going to have really good control on his pitches. The per nines are also going to be pretty solid. The stamina is going to be high as well. But overall, another pretty good starting pitcher card with Matt Cain probably. So that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you're new here, follow me on all my social medias, on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. But most importantly, make sure you subscribe as well. Also, just want to point out the giveaway. Give me a couple days. I have a couple more days with finals, and then I'll do all that stuff. I know I already said it in the video, but I just want to reiterate. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.